Plus, over on Next Gen, you'll find in 2K22 the city is alive and there are big changes throughout. Starting in my career, day or night, the city has attractions and activities to explore as you improve your game and build.
That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers, and then on Saturday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. We do see NBA teams utilizing more zone defenses. Raptors coach Nick Nurse said, offense changed so drastically, now defense is having to adjust. Lakers' Frank Vogel said when your team is down and looking for a spark, the zone can break their rhythm. Kevin?
We see cycles all the time in the NBA for sure, David. Thank you. And we're at the beginning of a long NBA season, Doris. For a team looking to go the distance, what's the single most important thing to establish early?
Probably, Kevin, the commitment to the collective. You know, there's always going to be new faces. How do you integrate those personalities? Can you get everyone on the same page at the outset? Understand some nights some guys may play, maybe not the next night. Are you committed to the team?
So with Rose on the bench, here's the five for Tom Thibodeau right now. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. Randle and Robinson make up the inside pair. And it's Walker in at the one spot. And looking at the Nets, the post pair, Durant along with Griffin. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Harris in at the small forward spot. Now here's Walker. Ball's knocked loose. Robinson finds Fournier. Clock at 6. And stolen by Irving. Now it's Griffin running. Here he goes. Sailing in.
There's no doubt. Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
Shoots from 12. And there's Randle on the assist from Fournier.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
KD with the bucket.
Now the tremendous shooting talent that is Kevin Durant. He makes threes look effortless.
Barrett against Harris. Outside Fournier. Outside Walker. Shot clock at 6. They get a hand on it. There's the pass to Fournier. Lets it go. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 5-point game. And a wide open look for Walker. Hits it from 3-point range.
Well, the catch and shoot is Kemba's game, right? He can play in pick and roll or he can play off a teammate.
Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
His first foul.
And the great thing about Durant, he gives you a lot of everything.
Yeah, it goes way beyond being versatile. This guy is a great shooter, an elite historical scorer, rebounder, passer, shot blocker, one of the most complete players in the history of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for KD.
Fouling Kevin Durant is pretty much the same as giving up a bucket because this guy has been so consistently good from the free throw line over the course of his brilliant career.
And KD drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Walker with the three. Drains the three-pointer. Walker's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Irving for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
And stolen by Irving. Here's KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
Well, this is the dilemma you're in. Kevin Durant is a difficult check. He's going to draw contact, and oh, by the way, I'm 90% from the free throw line.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Durant. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Harden. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
Harden against Walker. Pass to Barrett. Here's Randle. The rebound by Harden. Harris looking it over. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. Got a piece of it. Irving with it. From deep. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
Here's Griffin, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Walker. 6 points for him. And the jam by Harden.
Timeout.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
James Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, put up about 24 points per, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Now here's Walker. He has 6. Some nice passing by New York here. Durant with it. He's picked up by Walker. Shoots over Walker, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Randle. Plays it up and banks it in.
The very definition of an unselfish star. Kemba Walker doing work with the pass.
Durant, the pass to Harris. Here's Griffin. No good off the front iron. Knicks trail by 13. Inside, here's Barrett. That shot, no good. Nice defense from KD. On its way from Irving for two. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Randle grabs the board. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Knicks. Now Barrett. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Walker kicks to Fournier. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Well, you love the leap that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy a very dangerous shooter.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Knicks. Baseline J on the way. Knicks trail by 12. Here's Barrett. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And it's not talked about all that much, but Barrett makes a huge contribution on the glass.
Right. He's aggressive. He's instinctive. He has added good weight. And the athleticism to beat people to those 50-50 balls is important.
And the first one at the line is good.
R.J. Barrett, still such a young talent in the NBA, but this is something this young man has dreamed about for as long as he can remember. He has the work habits and the commitment to be great.
So he gets them both. Nets leading by 10. Here's Harden. Eyes to the hoop. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's Robinson high post. Knocked loose. Fournier with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And Griffin sends it back.
And how about the timing there? Griffin using that athleticism on the defensive end to block it.
Here's Harris. Doesn't go for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Fournier against Irving. Fournier passes to Walker. Barrett wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight. Walker against Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
New York calls timeout.
And it's got to be liberating for Walker these past few seasons, not having to do everything himself.
Right. He spent 8 years in Charlotte, guys, and carried such a heavy burden night by night, only to make the playoffs in just 2 years. But this guy, boy, you love it. Never sold, never demanded a trade, always a true pro.
And your Brooklyn Nets. your Brooklyn Nets.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Mills comes in for James Harden. And then for New York, Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now here's Rose. Pass to Noel. Now Gibson. Dishes it to Fournier. The shot's good. Fournier's got 5.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Knicks making a switch here. Burks is checked in.
And at the line, one time.
One shot.
That's good from Harris.
Well, you can be a second-round selection and still make it in the NBA. Joe Harris, because of his commitment to work, has carved out a nice career for himself. This guy is a lights-out three-point shooter.
And Noel throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Mills, and he sinks that one at the back of the rim on the way in.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide-open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
And the three ball is good.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Lets it go from the wing. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. Claxton with the bucket.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Knocks it loose. Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. Out to the wing. Here's Mills. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Rose passes to Noel. Yep, that one goes in there. Noel's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
They get it again. Pass to Durant. Over Noel. And it's Durant missing. Knicks trail by 13. Some nice passing by New York here. And slam dunk by Noel.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
KD can't get it to go. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Knicks. To the paint. And slam dunk by Noel.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Irving, good.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Harris against Barrett. Over Harris. Barrett, no good.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Mills, and off the front, and in it goes. Mills has got 6.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And it's Rose, this time the assist by Burks.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Claxton. That shot misses. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Here's Claxton. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Claxton's got his second basket of the night. Outside Rose. Down low. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And it's blocked.
Well, you want the activity and the disruptive ability of R.J. Barrett to be on display. It is right there.
The foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Durant. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And New York with a change here, too. Quickly's checked in. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. All the pass to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, you combine size, aggression, and toughness, and you get Taj Gibson. My goodness, nicely done.
And here's Mills from the arc. Burks pulls it in. Knicks trail by 8. Right side Rose. And he banks in the layup. Rose has got 7 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
That's his first trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
Bruce Brown. Got the line. One shot.
One shot.
That free throw good from Brown. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Rose scanning the floor. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And Coach Tom Thibodeau has made his mark with this scrappy New York Knicks team. All-star Julius Randle talked about Thibodeau's leadership.
He has us all bought in. You can't really ask for more than that. A coach who's going to lead us and have everybody buy in, and we're seeing the results. We're seeing the fruits of our labor.
Right, we see it every game. They certainly play hard for him.
And getting that level of buy-in that Randle describes, where players are ready to run through a wall for you, says a lot about Thibs' ability to galvanize that locker room.
Next foul.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, they've got James Johnson, Mills out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that point.
That's a great dunk.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
And that one drops for him. Brown's got 5 points so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Poked away. Shot's good by Mills. And now it's a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Comes up empty from the left block. New York's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. The kick out to Rose. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And here's Mills from the arc. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And the Nets lead by 10.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Here's Rose. And again, it's New York.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
There's Brown with the three. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got 4 rebounds in this game. There's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Brown kicks to Harris. Johnson surveying the floor. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities. How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Brown outside. Knicks with the rebound. Randle's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the inside. Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And here's Brown outside. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
A three-pointer is right on target. Now just a 1-point Nets lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here's Mills from the arc. Offensive rebound, Nets. Harris, good.
Well, Joe Harris known as a shooter, but make no mistake, this guy will mix it up on the glass. Great offensive rebound right there.
Quickly with a wide-open look. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Quickly's got 11 points. And it's Mills with the ball for the Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Wasted no time on that one. And the Nets lead by 4.
And this is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Aldridge. Millsap comes in for Johnson. And it's James Harden in for Patty Mills. And then for New York, Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Evan Fournier comes in for Alec Burks. And it's Kemba Walker in for Derrick Rose. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. You know, Doris, some of these star players are so skilled. If you were playing, which of those skills do you think would be the most fun?
I'm selfish. I want to. I want to be one of those guys who steps across half court and immediately is within range. So the range shooting would be the first. But I also want to be that freak athlete who everybody's terrified. When I get above the rim, I'm just putting it down on your head.
trail by 4. Knocked away. Stolen by Harden. Driving the lane. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And on the drive, Harden just so tricky to guard. No one wants to risk handing him a foul.
New York's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. Stolen by Harden.
And all the turnovers, guys, are hurting his team. I mean, he's continuing to just give the ball away. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Inside, here's Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Well, Mitchell Robinson will take it to the rim with authority every chance he gets.
For 3, Harris. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Millsap's against quickly. 6 to shoot. Millsap misses. Knicks trail by 6. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Fournier's shot is off. And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. For 3, Harris. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
Down low. And Griffin scores. The assist by Brown. And now it's an 11-point Nets lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
That's tipped. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Griffin heading to the hoop. Count that one. Griffin's got 12 in the game.
And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Brown. R.J. Barrett's checked in for New York. Outside Fournier. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb. Randle's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
From outside the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And, you know, if you score on Harden, this guy's going to take it personal. Answers right back.
Stolen by Harden. Irving, good. And that's 15 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, they are feasting right now off of all of these turnovers.
Tipped away. Walker looking for an opening. Open shot, Randle. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Good on the triple.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Durant with it. Defended now by Fournier. And that one's good. Durant.
And where would these guys be without all the easy points off these turnovers?
Knicks trail by 18. Stolen by Harden. Back to KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Walker finds Fournier. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Durant. Fournier against Irving. Passes to Durant. Over Walker. And again, it's Kevin Durant. KD's got 17 now.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
New York calls timeout. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Paul Millsap. Here's Walker. 6 points for him. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Timeout called the Nets.
Timeout. Timeout.
Bang. Your Brooklyn Nets.
It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening don't look good.
Robinson, and just miss after miss right now.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And guys, Kyrie Irving, stronger than he looks, absorbs the contact and still converts.
His first foul.
One thing Irving's been doing more of, using his offhand in the lane to hit floaters, and even on jump shots.
This guy is so creative, so inventive. The ability to make last-second adjustments. And I mean that whether he's in the air off his feet or with his handle, his ability to keep defenders guessing is truly incredible. This guy is an absolutely electric talent, can completely take over a game. Kyrie Irving able to be a facilitator, a scorer, and we know he doesn't duck the big moments.
In the corner, Barrett with it. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Barrett's got 10 points in the game.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
The three from KD kept alive. And the basket by Harden.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Outside, Walker. It's Barrett on the wing. And again, New York with the triple.
R.J. Barrett trusting the jumper in the catch and shoot. Boy, if he's consistent with that, turn the lights out.
Durant for three. Fournier pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Randle from outside, and again, New York with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Harden dishes to Durant. Lets the three fly. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Ball.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Mitchell Robinson. A minute 42 left in the first half. To the middle, here's Randle. And Griffin sends it back. Here's KD. And finished up by KD.
We are talking about one of the greatest scorers in the history of NBA basketball. Kevin Durant's doing some work right now.
Lets it go with a three. And Barrett with the basket on the assist from Fournier. 16 points for him.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Here's Fournier. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Irving. Tries again. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Fournier, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, the game of basketball has exploded in Europe, and in one country in particular, France. Evan Fournier has been a fixture on the French national team, and he has got some incredible teammates.
And the first one drops.
You get a little glimpse into the mindset of Evan Fournier. This guy will do whatever it takes to win.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. And a switcher also for New York. Derrick Rose is checked in for Kemba Walker. He hits both from the stripe. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%. KD's shot is good. 26 points for KD.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Knicks shooting an absolutely astounding 80% from the field. Everything is falling. Pass to Barrett, beyond the arc. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Barrett's got 19 points.
An amazing performance he's putting on from three-point range here in the second quarter.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. The Nets making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And a switch here also for New York. Alec Burks checked in for Evan Fournier. 27 seconds left now here in the second. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Noel. Rose passes to Barrett. Sinks the three-pointer. 22 points for him.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
The shot's good from Claxton.
Kyrie Irving understands how to find an open teammate, puts it exactly where it needs to be.
Burks on the wing. And again, New York with the triple.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so it's Brooklyn taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Alongside Coach Thibodeau. Tibbs, some stuff to clean up. What will the points of emphasis be going into the second half?
Better defense. We keep allowing them to get second shots, defensive transition, not challenging their shots properly. So if we don't play defense, we can't win.
And we'll see if your guys can stick to the script better in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 5 steals, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
They played smart, they took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the destiny.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on New York.
And one of the main reasons they're down right now is because of their rebounding problems. They're getting outworked, outclassed, not bringing the intensity, not willing to get their hands dirty. They're playing like wimps.
too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Setting the floor for the Knicks. In the forward positions, Barrett and Randle. Fournier out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. Knicks trail by 21. Poke loose, nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
Yeah, Kevin Durant's got the jumper. He shows you right there. I'm going to rock the rim. Leave no doubt, KD.
And so here is New York. In the corner, Barrett with it. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
And Barrett gets it to go.
R.J. Barrett has size, quickness, and a knack for scoring the basketball.
And then Durant with the dunk.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Here's Rose. 12 points for him. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And a switcher also for New York. Walker's checked in. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Launches a 3, traps in the tray. Walker's got 9 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the basket by Harden.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Knicks trail by 21. Up top, Walker, defended by Griffin. And the foul on Harden.
That's his third personal.
That's his 3rd foul of the game. Outside, Walker fires the 3.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Here's Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 now on the night. And Walker's got the ball here for New York. Here's Randle. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Walker finds Fournier, sinks the triple. 10 points for him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And then Durant with the dunk.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Right side Fournier. And again, New York with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
That's his 2nd personal. First team.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
At the line.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. New York calls timeout. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you.
Your Brooklyn Nets. Your Brooklyn Nets.
Tipped away, and it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Griffin. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Outside, Walker. Here's the three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 3 assists in the game. And here's KD for 3. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Randle with the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Nets leading by 21. And here's Griffin. He's got 12.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Walker with it. Barrett kicks to Walker. Back to Barrett. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York.
Checking in for the Knicks, Taj Gibson.
To the paint, here's Fournier, and Durant sends it back.
This is probably the aspect as his career has gone on where Kevin Durant has improved the most. The defensive end, he is a real factor.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Hey, Doris, one thing you can count on with Mitchell Robinson, he's going to make the majority of the shots he takes.
Right, think about it. Back in 2020, he shattered the record for highest field goal percentage in a season. Most of his buckets right at the cup in the restricted area. This guy has plenty of time to expand that range, and we know he's working on it.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Knicks. Outside, Walker. In the corner, it's Robinson. Now Fournier, 13 points in the game. Shots good by Walker.
Three.
Nets leading by 20. Irving passes to Harris. Irving drives in. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And that's now 27 points for Kyrie Irving. The Knicks shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. To the wing right side. From deep, Walker. And again, New York with the triple.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. And the usual order was upset last season in more ways than one. 5 out of the final 8 teams Doris in the playoffs had never won a title before.
Kevin, I think for the long-term health and viability of the league, the more teams with an opportunity to win the championship, the better off. We saw new stars get their first opportunity to win a championship. Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the hardest workers, one of the most humble superstars, goes out and wins it. It was so fun to cover.
Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. And then for New York, Noel comes in for Taj Gibson. And quickly in for Evan Fournier. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Knicks trail by 21. Outside, Walker. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Irving's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Noel finds quickly. Right side Robinson. Barrett for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
3.
Barrett's got 32 points in the game.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Count that one. And that's 31 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, smart play by Kyrie Irving. Just gets on the board in the mid-range.
So it's the Knicks now. Quickly kicks to Walker. Some nice passing by New York here. For 3, Barrett gets the 3-pointer to fall. Barrett's got 13 points in the second half.
He got loose from downtown in the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Harden inside the 3-point line. And he overshot that one, missing. Knicks trail by 19. And it's quickly in the corner. Here's Walker. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist from Harden. Irving's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Quickly with it, he's picked up by Millsap. Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority, and he does there.
Pulls up on the wing. Harden, and Harden on the follow. Harden's got 21.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Those second chance points can add up. Poked away. Knicks trail by 19. From deep, Walker. The rebound by Johnson. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Timeout.
Wide open.
Who wants the t-shirt?
Checked in for Brooklyn. Alec Burks checked in for New York. Here's Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Irving's got 14 points now in the second half.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Quickly the pass to Noel. Now, here's Quickly. 11 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And taken away by Johnson. Harris inside. Quickly covering. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got 15. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Nets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And New York making a change here. Rose is checked in. Burks on the wing to stop the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3.
He's got 8.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Millsap, again, the Nets for 2. Here's Rose. 12 points for him. Pass to Burks. Jacks up a 3. And no good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. On the wing, Johnson. Guarded by Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line, James Johnson. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Julius Randle's checked in for Noel. And both free throws good for Johnson. 1:49 left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Irving. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Hills with the steal. He can't get that one. And New York the other way now. Trying to get open is Irving. Johnson, good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Rose passes to Burks. That's tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. For the finish, and Johnson with the stop.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Randle, rejected by Harris. Johnson finds Millsap. Shoots over Burks. Millsap misses. The Knicks shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, there's a determination and sheer force of will that R.J. Barrett plays with. He feels contact and he loves it.
New York shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. And that one falls for Barrett. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Burks pulls it in. Mills has gone 5 of 13 from the floor. That's below 40%. Randle from outside. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Randle's got 23.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Mills, that's a two-pointer. And that one off the back of the rim and in. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Mills with the steal. The 15-footer. Outside Irving. Over up. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Rose. We've got Mills. Aldridge out there with Bender. Then there's Bruce Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
Tries it from 19. Offensive rebound. Here's Aldridge. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Knicks. They get a hand on it. And Gibson kicks to Rose. Shot from the top of the key. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Well, the big man, Taj Gibson, pretty assist there.
Now here's Mills. Guarded closely. Over Rose. Mills can't hit. The Knicks shooting the lights out in this one. 77%. And Barrett slams it in.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Bembry. And the layup is good.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Burks dishes to Rose. He feeds it to Gibson. Here's Aldridge. The Knicks pull it in. Burks has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Burks.
Alec Burks.
Burks has got 6 assists now in the game. The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Mills with it, picked up by Barrett. Stolen by Rose. Kicks to Barrett, puts up a 3, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
It's stolen by Barrett. To the middle, wants to get it to Burks and does. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Bembry. And the Nets miss again. For New York, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Brooklyn leading by 23. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
New York with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And Rose, wide open. He shoots. No good on the three.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
A nice shot by Aldridge.
No doubt about it. One of the better jump shooting bigs in the NBA. Aldridge is reliable from all over the court.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Stripped it away. Mills with it, working on Rose. Mills can't hit. New York shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. And it's Derrick Rose with the three. Rose has got 19 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And, Kevin, one thing you have to respect about Derrick Rose is that he's never stopped evolving. He's constantly adapting his game to best fit what his team needs.
In for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Aldridge. Kevin Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Kyrie Irving's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And it's Harden in for Patty Mills. The Knicks also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Fournier comes in for Burks. And it's Kemba Walker in for Derrick Rose. New York on D. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Irving misses. And Barrett has got the ball here for New York. Walker with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Brown outside. Shoots over Fournier. Let's keep it alive.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Barrett. And it's blocked by Brown. And they get it back. New York moving the ball around. Robinson misses. The Nets shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Fires from 18. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Here's Irving. Hits the target from 18 feet. Irving's got 41.
You just want Kyrie Irving to keep his foot on the gas pedal. He's cooking offensively. Keep it going.
Walker the pass to Robinson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his third personal.
It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big that won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense through him, but boy, you can't teach size and athleticism, and that's what he brings to the party.
Shooting two.
That free throw missing. Doris, there's much argument over how the MVP award should be decided. Whether it's stats, time on the floor, the intangibles, with the winner, with the loser. What criteria do you use when you vote on that award?
Well, there's so much that goes into this because, number one, how skilled are you? You have to be one of the most skilled players in the league, in my estimation. Number two, how much do you influence winning? But the fact of the matter is, most MVPs finish in the top 2 or 3 in their respective conferences. So that's another criteria. I'm just going to say this to you. I will actually poll NBA players as I come across them in the season, talking about these awards, these first, second, third team All-NBA, because they're the guys lining up opposite and know what goes into what these guys do.
And he sinks the second.
The one challenge Mitchell Robinson has had through the early portion of his career is a little bit of foul trouble. Nice to see him get to the line for a little bit of payback. One thing we know about him, he's got to stay on the floor to be effective.
The Knicks have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. And he's good on the 3-ball. Walker's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
And the basket by Harden.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
And there's the pass to Barrett. Here's Walker inside. Fades away. And Durant sends it back. Harden against Walker. Now here's Harden. He's covered closely, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 25 points in the game. And here's Walker. Knocked loose. Stolen by Harden. Durant with it. Out defended by Randle. It's good. KD's got 44.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Stolen by Harden. Down low. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harden.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Randle outside. Doors to limit travel during the 2021 season. The NBA scheduled baseball-style series. Teams facing off in consecutive games. How did you like that?
You know, more important than what I thought, Kevin, we had a number of coaches tell us throughout the course of the regular season that they actually loved this format. The reason being, as you said, number one, it cuts down on travel. But number two, they thought it mimicked the playoffs, where you had to make game-to-game adjustments. It also raised the intensity level because you had just played this opponent. And so, you know, things get competitive and nasty. It elevated the game. I love it.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Griffin. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Carter in for James Harden. An open look for Quickly. And the Knicks miss again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And you know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Knox misses. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 13 feet away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
You know, we've seen him just tear after the rebounds tonight. No fear. You have to love that effort.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And the Nets making a change here. Bembry's checked in.
Bembry.
Millsap with it, and it's Toppin picking him up. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Quickly against Millsap. Over Noel. Millsap misses. New York shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been
Wow, the verticality, the power. Knox looks like he could enter the slam dunk contest.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Brown the pass to Millsap. Over Noel. And that one goes long. The Knicks shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Top of the key quickly.
And Doris, with the financial challenges that the pandemic posed for the NBA, private equity firms looking to break into ownership. Some questions still to be answered with that, don't you think?
Oh, I think no doubt, Kevin. With the rules shifting in recent years to set that minimum ownership stake, it's going to be interesting to see whether this will become a real thing. But I believe if it drives franchise values, there will be momentum gained.
Toppin, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Here's Millsap. Again, Millsap missing. Knicks on offense. Here's Knox.
Fourth quarter.
Toppin kicks to quickly. Got a piece of it. Millsap with the steal. And he gets the bucket.
And just so comfortable from that area. Millsap continues to get it done even against tough defense.
New York's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. And here's Brooklyn. A big stretch here going 10-2. Now here's Brown. D right on him.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot that he has to continue to take. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Doris, the debate about what makes someone an MVP is always interesting. In your mind, and you're a voter, what are the qualities of an MVP-worthy player?
You know, Kevin, one of the things that fascinated me about the most recent MVP selection was some of the slander sent at Nikola Jokic. And I think it had everything to do with him not passing the eye test. And by that, I mean he didn't have eye-popping athleticism. But he was my runaway choice for MVP because he is so highly skilled and he is so valuable to what they do on the offensive end of the floor. He has vision. He has the ability to score the basketball in the paint and outside the paint. He can manipulate defenses because of his high basketball IQ. It was such a fascinating conversation, and what a worthy MVP for Nikola Jokic.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Johnson.
Nicholas Claxton.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. quickly with it. Passes it to Knox. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
All right. Timeout called, the Nets. They're leading by 25. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Aldridge, good.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Over in the corner, Brown. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. .16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Quickly against Carter. Here's Grimes. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally, just trying to come out here and put on a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.